Well, hello and welcome to another Daily Dominion. It is Sunday, so we have some campaign features lined up for us, as is usual on Sundays. Now, in this one, we have supplies being stamped with the with spoiled stamp, and each player starts with a sorceress instead of a copper, plus the shelters from Dark Ages. Even though is there even a Dark Ages card here? Yeah, Counterfeit is a Dark Ages card. So certainly an interesting kingdom, especially with these campaign features. And looking at the full overview, we see that, well, we have some rather strong cards, especially I don't know, usually Groom might be strong, although here there is no village and no victory card, so maybe not just as desirable. There is, well, Familiar for cursing. There is also the sorceress for cursing, which comes from the augurs pile, but no, there is no augurs pile in this kingdom. And also, what else do we have? We have some draw in Caravan. We have some draw in the combination of supplies and King's Cash, I suppose. And what else do we have? Yeah, yeah, let me show myself again. And we have Root Cellar, I guess. Carnival is also draw, but there is no village apart from the necropolis we have due to the shelters. And Crucible, Counterfeit, and Salvager for trashing, as well as Stampede for draw, I guess. I don't know, you could maybe just play King's Cash, supplies, 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 and then even buy Stampede, although then you wouldn't have any plus buys, so you might want to weave in a Counterfeit or so. Um, but yeah, that might be an option. The with spoils thingy means that the supplies are, yeah, a really good buy here. Bargain also can gain us 5 cost cards if we so want to. I think counterfeit certainly is desirable, but also early on we are fine using our 4 money for just a Crucible, probably over a Salvager. I think the terminal we want to play with might be just Groom, because it could gain us like caravans, it could gain us root cellars, even supplies, although the silvers we have might not be that desirable. And yeah, I don't know, strategy wise, what are we going for here? Probably just a deck that can be drawn. We want to get rid of the curses. The cursing is going to be rather strong. Seeing the sorcerers on turn one, of course, is already great because we are going to shuffle on before turn two. So we are going to shuffle in the sorcerers once again, and also won't have any curses by AI in our shuffle. So that's really good. It's much better than seeing the sorcerer's turn two. Um, and yeah, I don't know. Let's just go with the flow. Some supplies, some root cellars, crucibles, caravans, counterfeits, king's caches, the good cards. Maybe 1 or 2 stampedes early on just to get our deck under control. Um, Yeah, I don't know. And we have a kingdom plot that shows us, yeah, okay, village and alt VP are really on the weak side. Alt VP, of course, just because you can curse the opponent with either familiar or sorceress. And apart from that, it's a well-rounded kingdom. So I would say we start this one. We start wishing for probably copper. We have four, no, we have 3 coppers down there, so 3 and 5 chance of finding a copper. And we do find that and immediately get to Curse AI. And in the case we had hit 3 here, I think I would have gone for supplies. I didn't prepare any opening hints because it doesn't make that much sense with the sorceress in, like, with a cantrip in your starting deck. But opening wise, maybe should still yeah, spend a few words on that. I think supplies is a fine opening, although it makes your deck thicker. Early on, it might facilitate you hitting 5 for Counterfeit or Stampede. If you hit 4, Crucible I think is the way to go, and if you hit 5, for sure, you just go for a Counterfeit. But I mean, also Groom could be a thing. Salvager is a plus buy version of Crucible, but it's terminal, so I think I like Crucible more. And this is still great because we get to hit supplies. The last card is a copper, right? We hit, yeah, wait, this would be embarrassing if I were to miss that, but we saw um, all three shelters. We saw yeah, it's just a copper. So we probably just thin this out, and what do we get on top of that? Is it a root cellar? Is it a supplies? I think I dislike supplies, so maybe just a root cellar. Just try to get through our deck as well as we can. Wish for copper again, it's still the most likely card in there, like 3 out of 10. Okay, it's the spoils, also good because it allows us to get our hands on a counterfeit. And miss we miss our, what do we miss down there? There's an Acropolis, there's a copper and a root cellar. So probably we just want to pick up another supplies to also have more spoils in the deck. And yeah, play the root cellar and those horses. Do not find our counterfeit, which would have been really nice with the spoils, but oh well. And here, what do we even hit? We hit 5 again. This could still be another counterfeit. Yeah, or this could just be a groom. Next turn, we are going to trigger this shuffle. And I mean, we could have also crucibled the Necropolis, but I think in the long term, it might be nice to be able to support 2 terminals. Yeah, I think Groom might be the thing to go for. And we have a 50-50 chance of finding the counterfeit here, so I'm just going to go for that with the sorceress. Okay, it's the other card that was down there, and we could stampede ourselves. We could also go for another counterfeit, or like supplies, Caravan, supplies, Crucible. I mean, our draws haven't been the greatest in that our Crucible has missed the Hovel and the Overgrown State so far. I think we can play this anyways, even if we go for Stampede. But yeah, I think maybe just supplies. Because what do we have there? We have 2 horses. We have the root cellar. So with the 2 horses, we will draw everything, and we have the root cellar to draw into this stuff. No, probably it's best to just be safe. Although no, AI has also given us another horse here via bargain, so we will draw out of these 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 cards, we will draw 5. And therefore, I don't think we need the Stampede. I mean, we could maybe just go for another root cellar or even a Caravan here. I think I like the Caravan. Yeah, it looks good. AI might curse us again. No. And it seems stuck in a loop of just going for a Stampede and bargain. And bargain not even for like 5-cost cards, just bargaining for supplies is incredibly bad. I'm sorry. Okay, we can put in a Caravan into this shuffle and another horse. And yeah, play all that. Let's think about what we have down there. We have the hovel, we have the Crucible, and another Caravan. So let's wish for the worst card of those. I mean, it's not a wish, I know, but it is the hovel, so we do get to again annoy the AI. This Crucible will draw the Caravan, or what was the other card? I already forgot again. I Yes, I think we just kill the hovel here, kill another copper, just play it very calmly, and it's a bit of a pity we don't hit 7, because now would have been a nice time to find to buy a King's Cash, but I think we can just go for double supplies and be on our way, right? Yeah. Ah, it's the spoils. Okay, maybe I was wrong about the other card then. But oh well. AI's deck seems like kind of a mess because it just goes for, well, supplies, not much else. So yeah, we can again wish for, what do we wish for? Counterfeit would of course be the best card here to find. Crucible is also down there. Okay, it's just the supplies. I wonder, maybe we want to try to keep drawing. Like we could just gain us an estate with the Groom, but I think it's fine to go like this, or maybe now is the time to get our hands on a King's Cash, just so our Counterfeit can be King's Cashed, or the Crucible. Let's see. And yeah, okay, drawing on there with the Groom would have been actually a really bad idea, because we would have just found the Necropolis, nothing we would have really liked. And I think now we have our deck well controlled enough that we can add a second Groom. And maybe, yeah, let's see. This is slightly scary how much AI is actually able to do, but next turn it won't have any draw to go for more there, and it also lost all of its spoils. Yeah, let's go through all of this. Just go as far into our deck as possible, just to have the maximum amount of knowledge about the other cards. The last two cards should be maybe a supplies and a, no wait, it's Crucible. No, the Crucible is here. So the Overgrown Estate for sure, and it's the only one I can tell right now. And yeah, we can get our hands on a second Groom, I think. And just triple play this Counterfeit, get rid of the last coppers, draw into this, I think. What is the last card? I can't remember. It's just, yeah, okay, just the supplies. And we also hit 16 and 4 buys, so this might just be a King's Cash. It could be a gold and a root cellar, just because next turn we won't hit as high of numbers as last turn. Do we need the root cellar is the question. Yeah, I think I like that plan. The gold can be tripled by King's Cash, and it gives us a lot of reach. I mean, of course, also did AI Stampede? No, okay. It's just the supplies that allows it to increase its hand size. It could have also been a province, but I don't think AI will finish the game here, so should be rather safe. And AI is counterfeiting its supplies, which is interesting because that means next turn it will probably not have that much payload, but it is adding 2 King's Cash and a silver, so yeah, I guess it will still have some payload left. Now here, let's hope we find the Necropolis to put another Caravan. And now we have maybe I should have thought about this longer because that was guaranteed to hit. But now we have a 50-50 chance to find the Caravan. And we do. Okay. We do get to curse the AI there. The root cellar indeed was kind of a miss-buy. And I don't think there's a win here just because we don't have the buys, but we can triple play the gold, triple play the counterfeit just for... No, actually, we can set up a nice next turn in which we can end the game, I think, with the Caravan and the curses being low. I think we should be fine. This could just kill our root cellar. Or do we need the 3 money even? Skip treasures, pay debt. Let's get one more counterfeit, a province for sure, and a gold, maybe, and a copper. Yeah, I think that's a good set of buys to try to close out the game on the next turn. We only need to gain 4 caravans. Two of those are going to be gainable via our grooms, and then we need to buy like some caravans, some curses. Of course, this might be a tad scary, but I don't think AI can come back from this 11-point deficit. Like, even with lots of counterfeiting, it could double province here and buy a few curses, but it couldn't quite close out the game. Yeah. And I think overall AI played this really, really poorly, just because... Okay, wait, last card. Let me get the sentence done, because the stampeding and also especially the bargaining of supplies was really bad. Okay, now last card. What is the last card? Is it just a caravan or did AI gain a caravan? It is... No, it is a gold, no? We bought a second gold last turn. Yes, that feels good. I guess we can gain 2 more caravans here and yeah, just get rid of everything in our deck and go for a triple play of Crucible, I guess, and play that thrice. And now we would be able to quadruple province, but of course we do just want to close out the game. And no, actually, I played this in a bad order, I guess. I shouldn't have played the counterfeit with the counterfeit. Sorry. We can just double play these golds, double play, I guess, this copper, triple play another counterfeit. Not do anything here, and triple play that. Same amount of money, but just one more buy. And go for the curses. 2 provinces, and yeah, win the game in style, I'd say. Was a nice run. Of course, also supported by AI's bargains and our slightly superior luck in sorcerers cursing. But yeah, I don't know. It was fun to navigate. I think also we had better stuff in our deck in general. Going for a few of those caravans for extra draw, going for, well, King's Cash Counterfeit AI did as well, but also I think the Crucible made a huge difference. AI, yeah, was left with all of its junk cards like the Overgrown Estate, the Hovel, the Curses, and yeah, I don't know. Interesting kingdom. That wraps up this 20-minute playthrough. So for me, there's not that much left to say. Apart from that, probably this week there won't be that many videos just because it's going to be an incredibly busy week. But with that, I will try to catch you in the next one, whenever that may be, and goodbye.